enough knowledge to think they know what's right and what's wrong, who start acting as the king while they're still a knight or a squire. They haven't done the steps necessary to become the king. Once you become the king, as long as you're a good fiduciary and a good beneficiary, well, nothing will ever happen to you. Nothing will ever happen to you. You're protected. You're a protected individual. You're protected under international treaty and law. You're protected under God's laws. Because you're following what God tells you to do. And God will protect you. When you do what's right and you do it the right way, He will bestow gifts upon you you can't even imagine. You have want for nothing. Bonnie says, what do you want for your birthday? I don't need anything. I don't even need to celebrate my birthday. What the heck do I need? I got everything I ever wanted. And if I want something, I'll go get it. I don't need anything. I can't come up with anything I want for my birthday, except for this nation to change and you to be kings. Material stuff, I could care less. Heck, I drive a 2005 Chevy pickup. I could go buy a new one. In fact, I could go buy 2 or 3 with the cash I have, literally. No problem. Why? Why? Every time I get in line, I go, boom, starts right up. Works good. Serve me well. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the brand. I ride for the brand. Fords come with an extra pair of tennis shoes. It's for the walk home. I only drive Duramax diesels. They get a 500,000 miles on them. No big deal. They haven't even been in the shop for anything. I've owned 26 of them. I used to buy myself a new pickup every year in the money I saved when I got rid of all the Fords and Dodges. Just from the downtime and the parts. That was just for you. Fix it repaired daily. Okay. You're going to take your tax statement that they're going to send you after you've done your land patent, and you're going to make a whole bunch of colored copies of it because you're going to need them. Every mistake needs one, and there's lots of mistakes. So you've got a lot of copies, and you're going to exhibit them. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, Exhibit D, Exhibit on and on. These somehow got out of order. The statement came off a long time ago. You're going to need them. Start in the upper left-hand corner. Very first box. You guys know about boxes, right? It's called the 4 corners rule. Anything inside of a box is not part of the contract. Have you ever seen a real estate form? There's a box around the whole darn thing. I'll tell you how bright my wife is. She was a real estate agent. She whited out just the little corners, made a full color copy of it, filled out one of her customers' things. He's buying a $7 million home in Texas on the lake. Fills it out, adds a little silver to the transaction, and the buyer accepted it, accepted the contract. So, the title company, the bank, everybody tried to get the silver back out of the deal. And she says, no, the Why are they so agreed? They already have a contract. Government can't interfere in the obligation of the contract. That would be against Title 15 of the United States Code. And the transaction went through. And a $7 million home on the lake had no property taxes ever because silver was with the deal. I bought a 3,362 acre ranch in Oregon. On my contract, it said $20 in silver and other consideration. Now, I piled up a whole bunch of $100 bills into a briefcase, like 1.5 million of them, and I handed them to the guy, and I said, here's my down payment. As long as you'll sign this contract, and I'm purchasing the rest of the property for $20 in silver and other consideration. Is that okay with you? It was the exact price he wanted. He already got it in fiat currency. You know how dumb people are? They'll actually trade that crap for real silver. So I take it, and we go to the title company. I take him with me, we ride the pickup together. And we walk into the title company, and I says, hey, we just had a real estate transaction. We did it this afternoon. I need you to prepare a grant deed for me. She looks at me weirdo. I said, I need you. I've already prepared it. Don't worry. You didn't have to prepare it. I brought it with me. I need you to close this transaction. Here's the contract. It's already signed by the both of us. It's already notarized. It's already got 3 witnesses. In fact, we got 3 witnesses and 3 notaries. And I dig out 20 silver dollars and I go. I look over at my friend. I said, will you accept this? And finalize the contract. And he reaches over and he shakes my hand and I said, now do your job. Go record it. And the escrow agent had no choice but to record it. She goes and records it, and then the county tax assessor calls me on the phone. He says, what did you do to me? I said, I do what's right. You do what's wrong. I did nothing to you other than what's right. You repent for your sins. Click. And I never, ever, 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 ever got a tax bill in the mail. Oregon, doesn't matter what state it's in. Bonnie Sale was in Texas, $7 million home on the lake, no taxes, because there was silver in the contract. What side of the scale is silver on? The positive side of the scale. Anything on the positive side of the scale is worth more money than everything on the negative side of the scale. I've told judges that in the court before. I've thrown out 40 pieces of silver on my table. And he goes, what's that? I said, Your Honor, you know what that is. That's more money you have in all your bank accounts. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Exactly. So, yeah. But why do I do 20? Look at the Constitution. Look at what common law says. Any amount over $20. That's how you make it real property. Private property. Not real estate. Real estate is the estate of the state. So, top left-hand corner, first box. Parcel number 92-10-101-076.000-006. Really? Who made that? You see what I mean about abstract? An abstract's a fallacy. Is that in the legal description? Nowhere. So you just circle it. Circle in red. Go down to a blank spot on the page. Put another circle. Connect the two and correct your error. See, it should have said land patent number 6743 and 6747 because my friend, I love the guy, my friend's property sits on two land patents, 6743 and 6747. And he owns a part and parcel thereof. Exactly right. So you circle it, correct the error, see Exhibit A, and that's going to be one paragraph in your affidavit. Move to the next error. The next box says property type, real estate. Says it's the estate of the state. No, it's not, it's mine. It should say private property. Please correct your error. See Exhibit B. That's another paragraph in your affidavit. So you're going to attach your exhibits to your affidavit. All right. Go to the next box. It's his own name. They screwed up his own name. It says property owner, Dyson, comma, Doug. Now, if you know my friend Douglas, Alan Dyson, he does not like to be called Doug. They had the nerve to screw up his name. Dyson Doug. Circle the error. Correct the error. See Exhibit C. Go to the next box. Property address. Oh, God. 3630 E State Road 14, Columbia City, I capital, N capital, and a zip code. What did they just do? They put it in the federal district, in the state of, at the wrong address. Even the post office says it's the wrong address, or they wouldn't teach you how to do on their website rural route addresses. The very first thing I did when I moved to Texas, and Bonnie drives me into the driveway and starts to open her gate, I said, wait a minute, do you get mail here? I see a mailbox right across the street. She goes, well, yeah, sometimes, but I got a P.O. box in town. So that's sometimes thing. That ain't going to happen. I walk over across the street. I put my shoulder under the mailbox. I pull that thing out of the ground. I walk over. I throw it in the back of the truck. And the next time we went to the office, I threw it in the dumpster. Because they had an address like that on a land patented property. She had a property and land patent. That risks undoing what she did. And I know it. You do not get mail where you live. That's your private place. That's your quiet place. We don't even have internet where we live. If we watch a TV, it's going to be because we want to watch a movie. We don't have TV. We have a little DVD player that we can watch a movie on. And most of the time we watch, these church-type, righteous little movies we can learn from. Or we watch somebody preaching. Occasionally, I like to watch an action flick. Okay? So, or if you process a movie, go watch The Island. The Island. Write it down. Go watch it. That movie will teach you a lot about what's happening today and what they're trying to do in the future. The Island.
That's an older movie.
Okay. Circle the address. It's an error. Put what the right address is supposed to be. Spell out the state. Zip exempt. Put the rural route in. Correct your address. Now the smart way to correct your address is I have an address that's for my commerce. I take dominion over the water. I operate in commerce. I operate on the land, and I operate in trust. Just as God commanded me to do. He never said, jump out of the water onto the land with both feet. Don't do trusts. Stay out of that air. Stay out of that water. Walk upon the land. Oh my God, what the biggest mistake in the whole world. Anna was